What's going on, y'all? Smash that like button and hit subscribe, because once again, you're riding with Frank. Now listen, my last video on Tiffany Henyard, I asked the real question. How many court dates does this woman even have? At this point, like seriously, how is she still flying out of town, like she's on vacation? We literally just saw her chilling in Atlanta with Lidos, looking completely unbothered. My guy strolled out in slides like he was headed to a beach party. No tension, no pressure. You'd never know this lady is buried under more than 50 lawsuits and letos. Oh, don't worry. The feds are watching him too, thanks to that shady St. Patrick's Day cash and that so-called youth initiative that's faker than a prop from a low-budget sitcom. But judging by how laid back they looked in public, you'd think none of this was real. Well, plot twist today was another court date for sis. Huge shout out to Carlton from Go Political, and massive props to my guy Kurt Marucciacca, the super server himself. Man has officially served Tiffany not once, not twice, but 6 times. 6. I bet she starts sweating every time she even thinks she sees Kurt walking toward her. And honestly, I love it. Major respect to Kurt for staying on her reckless trail because, let's face it, somebody's got to keep eyes on her 24/7. And when the FBI finishes their case, game over. But for now, she's still parading around, like she's untouchable. I got connections. I'm plugged in, girl. Stop lying. All those imaginary favors. Gone. She got kicked out with a brutal 95-5 vote. That's 95% of Dalton saying, get out. Imagine walking into a store with 100 people and 95 of them giving you side-eye. Even the dude at the gas pump probably don't want her using the air machine. Now, let's talk about Atlanta real quick. Word is Tiffany's been looking for houses down there. Now, look, I can't confirm that myself, so we're not jumping the gun. But even if there's a sliver of truth to that rumor, girl, how? What kind of mythical credit score do you think you've got? That you really think you're about to just slide in and drop $500,000 on a new house like the FBI ain't watching every wire transfer you make? Be serious. The moment she even thinks about signing paperwork, federal agents will be sliding in the windows like it's an action movie. Full tactical gear. If you want to see Tiffany Henyard get arrested in real time, just wait until she tries to close on a luxury home in Atlanta. The feds will beat the realtor to the front door. But honestly, I don't believe she's actually buying anything. Math ain't adding up, not. With this much financial smoke following her around, and let's keep it real, Atlanta ain't some magical escape route. It's still the United States. If she thinks running down south is gonna save her, she's living in Fantasyland. Tiffany Henyard is just as infamous in Atlanta as she is in Illinois. Her nonsense made it that far. She didn't just embarrass a town, she turned herself into a national punchline. And truth be told, none of this was supposed to explode like it did. It all started in a small town, Dalton. Just 20,000 regular, hardworking people who never asked for this disaster. But it only took one headline, one viral clip, and boom. Now she's officially the most humiliating mayor we've seen in decades. Congratulations, Tiff. You didn't just lose your seat, you became the country's favorite cautionary tale. First off, major salute to Carlton over at Go Political. I was checking out one of his recent videos, and he had some top-tier footage, especially of our guy Kurt doing what he does best, delivering those court docs with pinpoint precision. That man does not miss. I was gonna run the audio for y'all, but Kurt had some heat playing in the background tracks so good they were definitely copyrighted. And look, I'm not trying to get demonetized. Still, hats off to Carlton for putting it all together. That right there, that's grassroots journalism. Raw, local, and always pushing truth to the forefront. Quick note though, Carlton, I think the court hearing actually happened today, not tomorrow. Easy mistake, but we've got to be on point, especially with someone like Tiffany who's ready to pounce on any little error. You know how she does, twist the facts, flip the script, play the victim, and pretend like she's the one under attack while she's ducking accountability like it's dodgeball. So yeah, we gotta stay locked in. Keep the facts airtight. This isn't backyard checkers, it's chess. High risk, high stakes. Now, let me say this loud and clear. Things are getting hotter by the minute. Some of y'all are in the comments like, she's done, it's a wrap. Not yet. Nope, not until those handcuffs click. Not until the mugshot hits the internet. As long as she's still out here, walking free, spewing nonsense, and cutting deals behind closed doors, then no, she ain't done. She's still moving pieces, still acting invincible. She'll know. Longer holds the title. She's not the mayor, not the boss, not the puppet master of Dalton anymore. Now she's just another private citizen with Wi-Fi and a bad attitude. All those power moves she used to brag about, now, word on the street is she's been ducking court dates. Now look, I'll be for haven't seen the paperwork myself, but the whispers are getting louder, and they're coming from all directions, and honestly, I wouldn't even flinch. If it turned out to be true, that's classic Tiffany. The kind of person who treats a court summons like a dentist appointment optional if she's not in the mood. But here's the thing, that kind of arrogance only flies for so long. Eventually, reality kicks the door in end. Trust me, it always does, because this is how the system works. Judges don't forget. Prosecutors take notes. They file warrants. They don't send invites anymore, they send sheriff's deputies. And if that hasn't happened already, somebody better hit the gas, because her time is running out. Let's not forget the mess she left behind, wrecked finances, so she could post selfies and handpick loyalty over competence. It's sickening. Real people paid the price for her vanity project. That can't be brushed under the rug. This isn't just another political drama. This is about justice for every person she steamrolled on her climb to power. She needs to stand before a judge and own what she did. And if she won't do it willingly, then it's time for the law to make that decision for her. Pull up, slap the cuffs on, haul her out. She brought this on herself. She earned every bit of it. No sympathy, no shortcuts. She doesn't need a light tap on the wrist. She needs full-blown accountability. Not just, you lost your office. Nah, I'm talking about actual legal consequences, real charges, real penalties. Because we're past politics now, this is personal for every single person she hurt. Let me be clear. I've been tracking Tiffany Henyard's mess for over a year now. Closer to 18 months, actually. And let me tell you, this story is nowhere near finished. We're not done until we see court action, real accountability, not internet outrage, actual consequences in a courtroom. But let's be real, she's not cashing a single check off it. No glam press tours, no publishing deals, no podcast about her truth, just a cell, a bunk, and a tiny screen showing her own downfall. That's the script she wrote, and that ending, that's all on her dot. Big salute once again to Kurt the super server out here doing work. And of course, shout out to Go Political for keeping the heat on and making sure none of this slips through the cracks. Now, as of right now, we don't have rock-solid confirmation if she actually showed up in court today, because this story, it's still unfolding. And we'll be right here, keeping the pressure on.